Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to some more Donkey Kong 64. And today we'll be starting level 3, but also more importantly, so we can get that 101%, we need to go over here to the Fairy Island. Yep.
Where we're gonna meet Tim Curry's most iconic role, I guess.
I thought that was him playing a transvestite.
Yeah.
I'll have you know that there is a difference between being gay and trans. Thank you very much.
Well, not a transvestite. A transvestite is just a guy who cross dresses.
Yeah.
The enjoyment of cross-dressing does not imply your desire to cut off your penis. Also, this is really loud. Lower the volume, please.
Alright, fine, good. Alright, better?
Yes. Come on, control yourself.
No, all of her Banana Fairy, I guess civilians all flew away because the ship crashed at the beginning of the game.
Well, if they all flew away in the first crisis, you just must be like a terrible governor. Must be a terrible queen. Just... Titania, she ain't. Just say that.
Yep, and we won't be able to simply grab them. And the only way to catch them is by taking their picture.
Oh, that is... I was hoping we could just shoot them, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's made from special banana skin film.
Banana skin. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah, and we also get a power-up move, so...
For a second I thought, oh yeah, Titania is a character in the Megami Tensei series. Amusing.
Oh, I thought you were referring to, like, Game of Thrones, like, that woman, who's, like, a really, tall and butch, and played the silver, stormtrooper.
Well, you took a while for that one, eh?
Yeah.
You're still not fully awake?
Basically.
Yes. No, that woman was not called Titania.
Okay.
She was called Brienne. And the actress is Gwendolyn Christie. But anyway.
The only thing I know about her is that she's crazy.
Titania is a fairy in, I think, a Shakespeare play.
A Midsummer's Night Dream. Okay, gotcha. Where, I think it was either her husband or one of the other fairies decided, it'd be a funny prank to date rape her. Well...
What a joker, isn't he?
Well, essentially that's what he did, because, he basically gives her a love potion to make her fall in love with the one actor who got turned into a donkey. Or at least his head got turned into a donkey.
Goodness. But yeah, she's like I was looking at images, like doing image search for Titania, and besides the Marvel character, the one that comes up is the fairy.
Which Marvel character was Titania? I can't remember.
Some woman who is super strong.
That describes like 99.9% of superheroes.
She's some scrawny woman.
Oh, is she the one that was the scroll?
I don't know. No, she's a scrawny woman who was who Doctor Doom turned into like a 7 feet tall Amazon.
Oh, okay, never mind. No, I was thinking about the awful Secret Invasion series, where at the end it was some 4-foot nothing woman became the strongest superhero in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, Emilia Clarke's character, I think.
Yeah.
She just gets everybody's DNA, and so suddenly she just has every power ever, which is...
And that
yeah,
is
that's
some
gonna go well with the audience.
that is some 5-year-old writing right there. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Everything proof shield, you cannot hit me.
Yeah. Everybody knows how OP the everything-proof shield is. Alright, I guess we're not starting level 3 just yet. We gotta do some more,
I guess Best Sam is a schizophrenic. Or, I don't know, has ADHD.
Probably more than likely the second one, but I do have, I wish I had the schizophrenia. I'd be the greatest coder of all time.
But I don't think that's how it works.
That's how it should work.
I think you... yeah. No, I think you... first you have to be the greatest program, then you get to have schizophrenia.
And then you get to run over glowies at night.
Mm-hmm. But that's the point. First you have to earn the right to be a schizophrenic genius. You can't just be any regular retard. Because otherwise you're just a crazy retard.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, we're talking about Terry A. Davis.
The greatest programmer that has ever lived.
Unironically, probably yes.
Yeah, the guy was pretty mad, but he had reason to post like that.
Yeah. And we got two great quotes from him about the CIA, and the other one about
oh, you mean that one about how the CIA gentlemen glow in the dark?
Oh yes. But the other one is that he was talking about why he designed his compiler and operating system the way that he did. And he said that the idiot is... yeah, the idiot is impressed by complexity, whereas the genius is impressed by simplicity.
Yeah, which explains a lot of problems with modern writing.
It honestly explains a lot of problems with a lot of things these days. Like why video games have like such massive bloat of memory.
Yeah. And also why some people are so quick to praise absolute garbage because it looks complex, so they instinctively like they assume it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It also explains why George R. R. Martin can't write another book.
He doesn't know how to pull the wool over everyone's eyes.
Can't well, not so much why he can't write another book, because he writes everything except A Song of Ice and Fire anymore. But like, why he can't finish his story.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was you who sent me the video, or if I just saw it on my own, but it was basically a guy explaining why George R. R. Martin can't finish it, and the conclusion that he came to was that because the world is, and his writing style is very cynical to the point where it's like, oh yeah, the bad guys win kind of thing, or the evil always triumphs. You can't really make a satisfying conclusion with that premise, so...
Yeah. I mean, you can make a satisfying, bittersweet conclusion if you have a... if you're good enough to pull it off, but... The point is that I don't think he wants that, because in many aspects the story does require him to go follow more traditional lines of writing.
And he can't do that because then he'd be Tolkien, and Tolkien is the enemy of writing.
Well, he's more the enemy of Martin, but...
Yeah, that's no, what I was getting at, like, that's... Yeah, I think Martin spends more time having arguments with Tolkien on Twitter than he does actually writing.
There is aspects of that, but I do think a great deal of the problem is that he has just made such a mess of the story that he doesn't know how to fix it anymore. Like, so, like, when you read about the books, like, about the books, like, there's so many plot lines going on at the same time. It's absolutely, it's an absolute mess. So it's like, you can't give a story a proper conclusion with, when you made such a mess of it. You know, you can't tie everything together, or at least like you can't tie everything together in one go. It's there's just too much stuff to be dealt with, and but yeah. Also, there is the like some people, I remember people were talking like it's kind of like. The story of A Song of Ice and Fire demands like to, I think it should be one that at some point converges into a more traditionally heroic story. But he's such a cynical asshat, he can't bring himself to pull it off.
Yeah.
And like one of the major plot lines in the story is like the prophecy of Azor Ahai. Which basically, like, the whole implication of the thing is that a hero will appear to basically defeat the others. But...
It's probably going to be like, oh yeah, the hero never was real, it was just something people made to comfort themselves.
Yeah. So far, it doesn't seem like he can bring himself to write that story in a satisfying manner. Because that is like the two main things that people wanna see, like that he should be dealing with is the prophecy, the others, and the war. The war to see who's gonna end up like the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
which did season 8 declare who it was with the whole. That woman burning everybody alive.
There is a theory that his goal was to have like something like that come up in the story, but he could not. But he saw how bad was the reception that he could. That he doesn't have the guts to take the story there anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why he's never writing the rest of it. I think we're now at the point where he's probably is going for what, 15 years?
Probably, because I remember people talking about Game of Thrones at its height back when I was living in Windsor, and that would have been when I was in my early 20s, so yeah, about 15 years, I guess.
Yeah, which is almost as much time as it took him to write to release the first 5 books. Kid you not, let me see. It seems the first novel, Game of Thrones, was released in '96. So yeah, 96, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. It's like 17 years. Dance with Dragon was in 2011, so it's like 16, 17 years. Well, it's a span of 17 years, but 16 years between the books.
Yeah.
That's the point. So we are pretty much close to the time in between book releases, and he has not yet released the new one. The following book. So yeah, that man is gonna die, and his legacy would be an unfinished story that he had plenty of time to finish.
Well, he had that conversation with Stephen King about the writing styles, and he said that it was impossible to write like Stephen King, so...
Yeah, consistently, I guess, for him.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Stephen King does have a very disciplined way of writing. Basically, it's, he locks himself in a room, and he doesn't leave until he writes at least 500 words.
He snorts some cocaine in the morning, and then he's...
And then goes on a tirade about how a bunch of kids rode a train on a girl.
Yeah. I remember like the Gaston meme. Like, I don't care what's the reasoning, Belle. He just did not have to write like an underage orgy. How old are the characters in that story?
They must be somewhere, I don't know exactly, but they would have had to have been between 12 and like 16, so like roughly high school age.
Yeah. That is,
So yeah, pretty vile.
Yeah, that is a pretty concerning idea. A bunch of like 13-year-olds suddenly decide, to defeat this monster, we must run a train on the only girl here.
Yeah.
How does he defend that?
I don't know. To be fair, I think most people just kind of forgot and let it go.
Oh, they just block it out of their memories.
Yeah. Kind of like I had a theory about when they're going to be releasing the God of War trilogy remake. How they're going to address the gear scene from the third game. And I have a feeling that the answer is they won't. They're probably just going to remove it and then just kind of hope that everyone just collectively forgets or thinks it was some weird Mandela effect that happened.
Honestly, it's probably the best thing they could do, is just remove, because that is the one scene that I think would do wonders to remove. That is the one bit of censorship I'm okay with.
Yeah, because they don't address it at all in the Data Boy Ragnarok DLC, which you'd think they would, because it's talking about how Kratos' past and how trying to reframe a lot of his actions from the previous games were actually either good things or things that he shouldn't be beating himself up so much about.
Yeah, he shouldn't be beating himself up when he caused the death of millions of people on a petty revenge quest.
Yeah. I think they do mention the one, which was like he killed Helios,
Yeah.
and then the sun went out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they reframed it by saying, "Oh yeah, but Kratos, after you did that, you helped restore the sun back to its rightful spot."
Oh, how nice! I wish we could see that in the story.
Oh, that doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, no, in the games, we don't get to see that. Like, there is no in-between story for God of War 3 and that of Boy. So we don't get to see how Kratos was so magnanimous into fixing the mess he made. Because that is the problem. Like, if they wanted to do a revenge, like if they wanted really to do like a redemption story for Kratos, again, what they should have done in the game post God of War 3 was him rebuilding the world he destroyed.
Yeah.
Not going on a quest to like mess things up on another land.
Well, to be
Get
fair,
himself involved in conflicts in another land.
to be fair, Odin is a big stinky doo-doo head, so he deserves it.
Allegedly. Yeah, but like it's so perplexing to me how, like, well, you heard my theory as to why they didn't want to tell that story, right?
Because it would have been hard.
No, but I don't think it bears mentioning here. But you know my opinion as to why they didn't want to show the story of Kratos actually putting in the effort to redeem himself. They just wanted a story of Kratos being sad and mopey.
Yeah.
They wanted cuck Kratos. That's the point. Do they address, if any, what happened to Aphrodite? Because, as far as I know, her fate is unaccounted for by the end of God of War 3.
No. Basically, the big three that they mentioned was the boat captain in the first game, and then Calliope and Kratos' wife. And they also make the small mention of Helios as well.
Yeah, they didn't mention the woman he shoved under a crank, the guy he burned alive in Hades, even after he was offered his bow as a prize.
Yeah, no. I didn't know about any of that, so.
Yeah, he meets a guy in Hades in the third game, and the guy says, "If you free me from this, I'm a prisoner here. If you free me, I will give you my bow." He just burns the guy. He just burns the guy alive, like for no reason whatsoever. And then there's another scene where he's going by like the outside of a building, and some other guy comes out of the building because the inside is on fire. So basically, like some innocent guy who was just running away from fire, Kratos just bashes him on the wall and throws him off. So like, yeah, like that is how much of a horrendous character he is. He kills people for the misfortune of being nearby.
Well, yeah, don't
And
be
now
near Kratos. Come on.
Yeah, that was a. They should have known better, I guess. But like, the people who wrote that game were some of the most. I wish they were blacklisted from the industry.
Well.
Unironically, I hope they starve. Because Jesus Christ. I guess you have to see to understand how awful that story is. The second game is like God of War 2 is not much better in the storytelling. A lot of the problems start there, but holy crap, God of War 3 is some of the worst writing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's impressive considering that I played Bioshock Infinite, and boy howdy is that a stinker.
Oh boy, oh boy, that is worse than Bioshock Infinite. I kid you not. The start, like, Bioshock Infinite story is awful for many reasons, mostly pretentiousness, but like the storytelling in in God of War 3 is both idiotic and morally repugnant.
Anyway, time for the Donkey Kong arcade game.
I thought we were gonna play Galaga.
No, no, no. The other one is Asteroids. But this is a little bit harder than most versions of this game that I've played because they only give you one life to clear all 4 levels. Which is possible, but man, it's not fun. But on the bright side, we actually get to play the second level that most home console versions don't have, so that's a plus. And I don't know what exactly they're shipping. Is it like trays of sand? Is it pies? I don't know.
You're just destroying like robotic vacuum cleaners.
One thing I did find out about the game is that if you do touch Donkey Kong, he does kill you. Which you'd think, how is that possible? But yeah, you can do it on level 2 if you climb up the ladder wrong.
I mean, I would expect it being possible on the basis that he's like a monkey that is a gorilla that is 20 times your size.
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like every time you get near him on most other levels, you just, like, the level ends, right? So...
It's because he wants the woman. It's more
Actually,
interesting...
part of the Donkey Kong lore implies that Mario is actually, or Jumpman in this case, is, like, the biggest asshole. Because apparently the reason why Donkey Kong got angry and started taking Pauline away was because Mario was abusive to him.
Dancey monkey, dance!
Yeah, basically.
Are these the soundtracks from the original game?
Yeah, this is the original game, like, pretty much through and through, so...
Because I was not expecting those sound effects.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, just believe it, because this is them. And I don't know why these little flames look like ducks.
And now they turn like into the ghosts of Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's how you know you got your powered-up hammer. Which isn't the greatest thing, because you can't jump well or climb ladders. But has we rescued the princess and I guess presumably killed a gorilla that we abused.
Yeah. And that's implied, that gorilla is implied to be Cranky Kong, right?
Yes. And for just 2 coins, we can try again, because... And the game doesn't really tell you this, but you have to do it.
Oh, goodness gracious. I think I'm gonna lie down and just think of something else to talk about.
Don't worry. Instead of Polly, now we're rescuing the Nintendo coin.
Reject Femoid. Embrace capitalism.
Yeah, so and if you, pay attention, the barrel's, pattern changed because we are now, on what the game would be considered the second lap of, like, once you beat the game, it just, constantly, like, loops. So, yeah. So things get harder. The barrels move faster, and, the pattern changes up, so... And also, the flame guys cheat. They can climb the broken ladders. It's bullshit.
Speaking of Donkey Kong, what are the news of Billy Mitchell?
Well, apparently he won the defamation case against, Carl Jobs. I know that.
Oh, that's old news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old news.
And from what I can tell, he's also still a colossal piece of shit, so...
Who is he suing this time?
I think the easier question to ask is who isn't he suing?
Well, us, to begin with.
Yeah, we called him a piece of shit and he hasn't sued us yet, so... That's good news. Anyway, if you guys haven't watched it, watch King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. Very good documentary.
That guy's story is, in a way, kind of fantastic.
The teachers?
No, Billy Mitchell. Because it's almost pitiful how much of his identity that guy bases on like being the king of Donkey Kong.
Well, not just the king of Donkey Kong, the king of Pac-Man as well, because he was the first person to get a perfect game in Pac-Man.
That one for real?
Yes, but he lied about the significance of the award that he got. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of the award that he was given was not exactly for what he says it was.
I feel like it's kind of depressing that the man is like... Basically, the man has built and destroyed his image entirely over his obsession with arcade games.
Yeah.
With these two games. So it's like... all you needed to do was be quiet and move on with your life.
Yeah, which is strange because apparently he took over the family business of selling hot sauce or something like that. Which apparently does well enough, but no, he desperately needed that fame of playing Donkey Kong and basically blackmailing everybody to keeping a secret, or else. And we killed the poor Donkey Kong again, and now we're in love with the coin.
Mario's greed is the thing that it's not even loyalty or love that motivates him. Is greed.
I mean, it explains why he abused the gorilla. He wanted a nice attraction.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe we unlocked Donkey Kong and didn't even talk about him much. The lore behind him is that he is Kiddy Kong's older brother. But the joke is that he's the scaredy giant archetype.
Elephant versus mouse.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know if there is a name for that trope. Just scare a giant.
To be fair, the elephant has a good reason to be scared of the mouse. Mice are known to get into holes, and they have one that if they got in, they probably wouldn't get the mouse out.
I imagine it would be very unpleasant. Although I would be surprised if I saw like a mouse like get inside of the an elephant's trunk. Do elephants sleep standing up like horses or something?
I mean, they lie down, and I've seen them sit and stuff, so I don't imagine they would sleep standing up.
That's a curious thought. Curious thought.
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Ciao, ciao.